Another day, another question. Let's get to it. Question 27. Jamal surveyed 8 households in his street. He asked them how many kiloliters of water they used last year. Here are the results. Calculate the mean of this set of data. The mean is the average. So all we need to do is we need to add it all up together. Add all the numbers. Then we divide by how many numbers there are, which is 8, I believe. Yep. And I'll just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll say mean equals 200.875 kiloliters. That's worth 1 mark, I believe. Yep. Now I'll just have a think about this answer and see if it makes sense. Is the average around 200? And I think it seems plausible, so I'm gonna stick with it. Let's check the answers. 200.875 kiloliters. Excellent. Number 2. What is the standard deviation of this set of data correct to 1 decimal place? I believe for standard maths you're doing this on the calculator. So let's start with putting the data in. So we have mode, and I want stat 1 for 1 minus variation, and then you just enter in all of the data. Once you've entered it in, you press AC, then you go shift and stat, so shift 1, and you want variant, and you want the standard deviation, which is number 3. Press equal, that's your standard deviation. Number 2, standard deviation is 127.357 ... The question, I believe, asks us for it to be 1 decimal place, so therefore it is 127.4. Then you write your sentence, therefore the standard deviation blah 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 is 127.4. There you go, standard deviation is 127.4 kiloliters. Excellent. B. How many 20 megabyte files can fit on a 3 terabyte external hard disk? 2 marks. 1 gigabyte is 1024 megabytes, and 1 terabyte is 1024 gigabytes, which is 1024 times 1024 megabytes, and that gives us 1048,576 megabytes. So there are that many megabytes in 1 terabyte. Yeah, we have a 20 megabyte file, so then it's an easy case of division. So how many files is 1048,576 divided by 20? .8. However, we wouldn't want to fit just 0.8 of a file, so we have to round down, and we can say therefore 52428 files will fit. Let's see. Oh, it's a 3 terabyte external hard drive. Ooh, it's a good thing I checked, because I've only fit it onto 1. We need to add an extra step here to say 3 terabyte would be this number times 3, right? right? Which means that that would have a times 3 on there. Let's see what that number is now. 157,286.4, and again we wouldn't want to just put 0.4 of a file in, so we'll just put 157,286 files. Alright, let's triple check how many 20 megabyte files can fit onto a 3 terabyte external hard drive. Alright, I'm happy with this. Let's check the answers. 157,286 files can fit. Excellent. I'm happy about that. Almost made a mistake. C. A table of future value interest factors for an annuity of $1 is shown. Interest rate 1 to 5%, periods 3 to 6 what? Doesn't say. Anyway. An annuity involves contributions of $12,000 per annum or per year for 5 years. The interest rate is 4% per annum, compounded annually. Alright, everything is annual, so that's good. Calculate the future value of this annuity for 1 mark. Okay. We're looking at 5 periods at 4%. This one here. This is for $1. So if they only put in $1, they're gonna get $5 at the end of 5 years. But this person has put in $12,000. Therefore, the future value will equal 12,000 times 5.4163. And that's it. $64,995.60. Then you write your sentence. Therefore, the future values is $64,995.60. Let's just double check. 12,000 for 5 years at 4%, 5.4163. Okay, I'm happy for that. $64,995.60. Excellent. Number 2, calculate the interest earned on this annuity for 1 mark. The interest will just be what they earn on top of what they put in. This person is putting in $12,000 every year for 5 years. So let's try to figure out how much they put in first. So contribution equals 12,000 times 5, which is $60,000. So this person has put in $60,000. But at the end of the 5 years, they're getting that much. So to find the interest, we just take the difference. 95.6 minus 60,000, which will be 4995.60. Therefore, the interest is $4,995.60. Let's check the answers. Okay, interest earned. There you go. Question D. Island A and Island B are both on the equator. Island B is west of Island A. The longitude of Island A is 5 degrees. The angle of the center of the Earth O between A and B is 30 degrees. What is the longitude of Island B? Well, if Island A is 5 degrees that way, and between them it's 30 degrees, that means Island B must be 25 degrees west. I'm gonna go ahead and say that for one, the longitude of Island B is 25 degrees west. Let's check the answers. Ah, perfect. 2. What time is it on Island B when it is 10 a.m. on Island A for 1 mark? Alrighty. The sun comes up from the east, so the sun is gonna hit A before it hits B. So that means B must be earlier than 10 a.m. Now we just have to figure out how much earlier. I know that the Earth rotates 360 degrees every 24 hours. Therefore, it rotates 15 degrees every hour. And since it's 30 degrees in between, that means it's 2 hours, right? 30 divided by 15. So the hours between them would be 30 divided by 15, which is 2 hours. And we have already determined that it has to be 2 hours earlier than 10 a.m. Therefore, the time at B is 8 a.m. Let's check on that. Time on Island B is 8 a.m. 3. A ship leaves Island A and travels west along the equator to Island B. It travels at a constant speed of 40 kilometers per hour. How long will the ship take to arrive at Island B? Give your answers in days and hours to the nearest hour. Worth 3 marks. Wow, this one's worth a lot. First of all, we need to figure out how long the boat has to travel. And to figure that out, we need the arc length and the radius of the Earth, which is 6,400 kilometers. So finding the arc length would be 30 degrees on 360 times 2 pi r. That is the distance at which the boat has to travel. Now keep this number on your system, don't clear it because we want to use the entire number. So that's this length here, and that would be in kilometers because that's given to us in kilometers. Let me go back to the question. We are given that the boat travels at 40 kilometers per hour. Now it's just a matter of division. The time it takes would be that by the speed. It's 40 kilometers per hour. Okay, that is 83 hours, 0.7758 hours. However, it wants it in the nearest hour in days and hours. How many days is that? It would be, so that would be 3 days. And if I minus the amount of days, 12 hours we'll say, to the nearest hour, right? So it'll be 12 hours. Alright, let's have a check. 3 days and 12 hours. Very good. There's the 3 marks. And the last question for 27. Question E. Rhys is drinking low alcohol beer at a party over a 5-hour period. He reads on the label of the low alcohol beer bottle that it is equivalent to 0.8 of a standard drink. Rhys weighs 90 kilograms. What is the maximum number of complete bottles of low alcohol beer he can drink to remain under a BAC of 0.05 with 4 marks? There's a lot of information here, so let me just summarize it on my sheet. Here is 0.8 standard drink. He weighs 90 kilograms. He wants to stay under 0.05 BAC. And the question is, what is the maximum bottles he can drink? Alright, it's over 5 calories. 5 pounds. Okay, let's see what they have for us. There it is, blood alcohol contents estimate. He is a male, I believe. So I'll use this one. BAC male is equal to 10 and 7.5H over 6.8 M. So he wants 0.05. We are looking for N. We have 5 hours. Oops. We have 5 hours. 6.8. The mass was 90 kilograms. And that's mass in kilograms. We have kilograms, so that's good. N is the number of standard drinks consumed. But we only have 0.8 of a standard drink. We'll figure that out later. Let's find N. We'll times both sides by this. Actually, I might just times that by 5 as well. 37.5. And that would be 6.8 times 90 times 0.05, 30.6. Then I plus 37.5 on both sides. Six 68.1. Divide both sides by 10 and that would give us N is equal to 6.81. So according to this formula, he can drink 6.81 standard drinks. However, his drink is only 0.08 of a standard drinks. That means he can have more than 6.81. Max bottles he could have would be 6.81 divided by 0.8. 8.5125. If he drinks 8.5 bottles, he will be at exactly 0.05 BAC. But of course you can't just have half a beer bottle, that's silly. So to end it with a full bottle of beer, he can only have 8 bottles. Therefore, the maximum number of complete bottles is 8. Let's check our answers. Reese can drink a maximum of 8 complete bottles. Excellent. I hope that's helped you with your homework or tests. If you have questions of your own that you want me to answer for you, feel free to submit it in the comments below or on my Facebook page, which I'll also link down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next question.